Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to Mirror Interpretation Todorova. I'm apologizing. I did restart the live because I want to keep the recording, and I'm not going to be able to edit it. I was not able to edit when I do live. I cannot edit them, or if somebody call me, hi, welcome. So I have to restart this live. Um, so I just want to talk a little bit about this problem that I think most of the interpreters have or eventually will encounter. Uh, and and I did a class yesterday about note taking, and I was thinking that I normally do have one small omissions, one or two, if it's a really long sentence. So yesterday during this class, I realized uh, I just want to say welcome, but it doesn't tell me on the chat. Let me say hello. So, so I realized yesterday I was having this fantasy or thinking that I am the only person who is struggling so much with notes, and then you see these videos with these people that do these very strange notes that it's very difficult to follow them, or it seems like they put some arrows and some symbols, and it's like how these people even do that, like how is possible that someone put two arrows and read half page. And also during these tests that I did with this organization called Soci, I was able to realize that mm, I am very precise in simultaneous, very precise. I'm talking to you 98% of precision, 160 words. This is very speedy. I am like in simultaneous, for some reason I rock. I'm very good at it. And for other reason, on consecutive, I tend to my performance tend to drop. And there is a few things about the note taking ideas that I had. I was thinking, oh yeah, maybe I am a person who is just bad at notes, even though I'm able to write very fast. um I don't think that I yet, even though I work as an interpreter like 17 years, I don't even think that I am already knowing my brain as good as enough to take the right notes. And we did these exercises yesterday after me working 9 hours. I was very busy. So after work, I don't normally chat with someone or take notes or use or exploitate my brain. I have a break. So I realized that a lot of interpreters, me included, we do suffer with note taking, no? Even though I take notes every day in medical over the phone, I would tell you I don't suffer as much. Um, let's say the speaker speak 20 seconds, and they give bunch of conditions or instructions or something. uh, at one point I will ask them to pause. I will be like, pause please, for the interpreter speaking, can you pause? And the speaker will eventually pause. Or yesterday, for example, there was this statements of the bank, and once I wrote half page of notes, I asked her to pause. She said, okay, let me finish the sentence. And I said, okay, go ahead, finish the sentence, but just please have in mind one sentence or one paragraph at the time. Don't give me five, because I'm not going to be as precise. There are these informative sentences that you do in the banks. You can include, if you don't like to include alimony support, child support, or any other form of income in your total income, you can omit that. Can you please tell us what is your early income? And if you're, this is like as a standard. And after some times that you do it, you kind of know it somewhat and you have a good memory retention for paragraphs like that. But if it's your first time to do a paragraph like that, especially in banking, is very difficult to. For me, I notice when I get stressed, I tend to take worse notes. I tend to try to write more. And this is one of the things that really challenges me, and I think challenge most of the interpreters, because I did try something with a colleague, and I realized that he will take a full hello, welcome. Rose says, hi, did you see my question earlier? Let me see. I have them print here. Rose says, I'm gonna answer your question for sure. No, you mean on the live? No, I did not. Can you please ask me here? I will address it. Because I don't know if you see, but somebody knocked on my door and I had to go and take it. So can you please type? Let me answer you. No, please paste it here. No, I did not. I'm so sorry because I had to cut it out, so it didn't come. Can you please put it here? I will address it, Roses. I'm apologizing. I don't know if you saw, but somebody was out and I had to cut the live, which normally doesn't happen on Saturdays. My apology. I don't know if you can hear me. Um, Please say something if you can hear me. I hope you can. I am, unfortunately, if you don't give me your feedback, I don't know if you guys can hear me. So, said that about the note taking, I was never thinking that I have to exercise note taking, because when I work, I'm normally very calm. My stress with note taking comes, I will tell you when it comes. It comes when it's okay. In the emergency, I never take notes. I know you can tell me whatever you want. I normally tend to do simultaneous or semi simultaneous, something like this. As well, when I do in person interpreting in the hospital or something like that, I do have my notes, but I don't have the time to do it because we give instructions, and if the speaker tend to speak long, I just interpret together when they speak. So I don't take the notes during the in-person interpretation. I do take notes in court. Yes, you do need to take notes in court. Um, Even though when they read the statements of the law, I will just do you do simultaneously clearly. But let's say it's some kind of a deposition on testimony, you gotta take the notes. At least I try to. Um, and and I'm talking about the problem with taking notes when there is a long sentences, and the speaker is speaking quite fast. No, I just noticed that I have this problem, and I'm trying to develop a tactic, because I noticed that this tactic that they give you, I forgot the name. Um, the tactic that they give you, it doesn't work quite well with certain type of memory retention or a note taking. I feel like I should take more classes about note taking. Even though I'm able to pass all the tests, I am a little bit disappointed that my performance drops from 98 to 85 in consecutive, which is not normal because consecutive is more easy, correct? Mm, said that it's so difficult for me to do this lives in the morning, because I like to be quiet. I like to have the morning to myself. And I want to tell you a little hack that I use. I'm talking about a hack. Let's say you're interpreting for 7, 8, or 6 hours or very long, intense. You had one very long call, and then suddenly you're so tired, like you feel like you need a break, but you get another call, or even before you cannot go on a break. Let's imagine that this is not possible. You get immediately another call. And I have a list here. It's very funny. In therapy, they give this list. It's called 50 Ways to Take a Break. And a lot of these things, it's take a break, but you cannot take this break during interpreting. But there is some hacks or some things that I do to help my own brain, to help my body to get out of this extreme burning out of your brain or tiredness or something. So let's say you had a long day, and I normally feel that in the evenings around 3 or 4. Let's say I was busy, even if I do right now, I do just 2 languages mostly. I wish I have more clients with Italian. So if you do need Italian interpreter, I would like to provide services for you. Do contact me, please. So I do just Russian and Bulgarian. I'm just having, I'm normally having these periods that they somewhat come naturally, but I don't always. And I do Macedonian. So I do just 3 languages right now. I would love to do some. No, I do Italian. I don't do Italian, so I do 4. I do 4, but not doing Italian is a big thing for me because Italian is like my natural, like this is my language basically. So said that, you tired. Let's imagine you're tired, and please, Rosé, type your question here if you can. If you cannot, I will try to find the previous stream in the end and address this whatever you ask me. Unfortunately, I don't see you typing. Okay, so you're tired and you feel like you're getting frustrated, you cannot get a break. There is a different things that I use. Like, I know it could sound strange, but this is some kind of a hacks that do help my brain, and I will advise you to try and find the ones that help for you. But like getting up from your chair or your table and just walking immediately changes your brain. Just walk, just make 10 steps up and back while you're on the phone. This is one reason why I have notepads like this all over my house. There is one on the sofa, in the kitchen, and also in my bedroom, because I will get up and I will walk and I will interpret. I will walk down the corridor in the building. I would just walk. I would just move. Just in general, moving, changing your position, getting up, walking. Sometimes I will lie down on my sofa. All of this. Uh, okay, Roses, you can't send it. Type it down as a comment in one of the videos. I'm gonna check it. Any videos, just go to any old videos and type this question, and I'm gonna address it today. Um, or you can send it here. Let me. Okay. No, no, I like long questions. Here, send it on this email. Oh, I don't have my device here. Okay, this one. No, I will give you a second. Email this question over here, and we can address it. This is my private email. I gonna delete it. Did you get it? Just let me know when you get it. I'm gonna check your question right there. Joanna X Ristova. Anyway, I do work with this email sometimes, but I prefer not to get a bunch of emails because I get so much emails there. So I normally on Mirror Interpretation Todorova at gmail.com. This is where I get, but just because I feel bad, Jose, because you were there and I didn't, Roses, whatever is your name, I didn't address it. I'm apologizing. So walking or changing the positions, does help your brain. It just helps you smooth yourself out. Another thing that I notice, and this is why when I am looking to rent a house, this is like something big for me, or looking out the window, just I don't mean to be this lady that hang on the window and try to get what the people do all day. Uh, thank you, Dahlia. Okay. Yes, I do receive a lot of them, but go ahead, Dahlia, honey. Send it. I will address it today, um, shortly. So another thing that helps me looking out the window, and I don't say just try to gossip while you're working and check what people do, but just um, enjoy the view. Any view, like clearly, I would love to have a view towards the mountains because there is something about the mountains, and I cannot describe what is it, but there is something that makes me relax when I have the view of the mountains. But any kind of view, just looking out the window, a passing car, there is a neighbor that feed the street cats, which I normally will look in the morning. She have a routine. It's about this time. If I look out the window, she's gonna be there feeding the cats. And then the same thing she will do in the evening. And so let's say I would just observe something that is different than my book or my notes. And so another thing that really helped me while I interpret is not to note taking, no notes. Normally, if we are having this recertification process or any other process, I will not take notes. I will just continue the process and try to do without notes. And I will tell you, I'm very good without notes. Sometimes the process of taking notes, I don't know, it affects something in my brain. I cannot tell you why. Everybody's different, but for me, I am rather better without notes. And if you see, there is this folder in my YouTube channel called Note Taking. There is a lot of abbreviations that I use, and I would use them like sometimes, or when I have to take a message to leave a voice message or something like that. Another two things that I noticed um, that I do is providers often find another culture's name strange. Like for me, it's strange that they spell John with H in between. Some things like that. So when the provider calls and say, "Hello, interpreter. Hi, how are you doing? Very nice to meet you. We're gonna call this person," and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry about the name. Let me spell it for you." And she tried to read it. So she read it once. Let's say, Marie. No, I will give you something more strange, like Kremena Ivanova. This is the name. And so this name sounds very strange for American culture. So once she's gonna read it Kremena Ivanova, then she start to spelling it for me. I already get it the first time. But I'm not gonna interrupt her and say, okay, ma'am, I got the name. I would let her spell it. And I will have a small break while she's spelling it because I already have it. This is another something that helped me, because the truth is it's very difficult. Even if you do simple calls, after certain time your brain get exhausted. Let me see if Dalia's email get to us with this question. I'm just curious. This is the second hack that I use. And the third one that I used, um, this is a big one. A lot of people doesn't understand how I can do it for a long time on the phone, and I will tell you, I prefer rather do it on the phone, even if it's less paid than in person. I feel so exhausted after this workers come 4 hours interviews or something. It's very, very tiring, right? So for me, I have like my own hack or thing. And I think everybody have something that you guys have to discover this something that helps your brain get off. And I don't mean like ignore what you that it helps you to get into this meditative mode of retention, because when you listen you retain the information, and then you have the second phase, which is rendition. So more calm you are in the first phase of the retention, calmer you're gonna be, and better is gonna be your performance on the rendition process of the message that you have to give. And for me, especially if they repeat a lot of things, i I will draw something. When they try to clarify or explain something that is difficult for, let's say, the target language, they try to clear some information for you. I will do some arrows. I have a different, depends on my brain. I don't know my brain so well. You know, your brain is this magical structure that I think it takes extremely long time to actually know. I'm not talking about the physical functionality, but intellectual functionality of your brain. But to know your brain in a way that you can work with him, if it's him, or if you want to call your brain him, to collaborate with him. So when your brain is challenged, you take the note. When your brain is okay, you don't take the notes. This is a very difficult thing. I think here is it. I could see it. Um, I'm trying to see if she sent me this email, but I have them so much. Let me see in spam. So the other thing that I do, and this is again, I repeat, I don't take the notes. Okay, I have not received it. She said it's so long. Um, just if you're still here, Dalia Roses, I haven't received your question yet. Just you know, if you watch me, I'm just check my email. I haven't received it yet. Okay, you just send it. Okay, let me refresh. So said that there is another thing that I do. And once again, this thing helped me completely with the process of retention and rendition. Like the first process, active listening and rendition of the message. Um, I'm looking for your email, honey, and I'm trying to see. Sometimes it takes a few seconds to get it. Let me check the spam. Nothing yet. Okay, I will check in a minute or so. I promise you. So the last thing is coloring. I don't know anything to do with colors or a different picture, different view. And I'm not, because I noticed that if I watch pictures, let's say in Pinterest, it's very distracting for me. This is not okay with me. So anything to do with doing something that is extremely relaxing for you and it put you uh okay, let me see this question, Roses. You said you send it. I'm gonna check right now. Okay, I can see there's another email. Um, I have seen a webinar. I don't see it, unfortunately. Did you see that it's sent or is already sending? I'm just checking my spam. I don't see it, honey. I'm looking for this question that you wanted to ask me, but I don't see it. Uh, not yet. So said that these three hacks together with with trying to move or just changing your body position. And another one I will give you that, because unfortunately when you're in a fun unfortunately or fortunately, unless I am on a break, I cannot eat, right? Or I cannot even have like a fruit or anything. And I love fruits in the morning for breakfast. So another thing that really changes your physics or psychic or body or the way you function is having a sip of water. Anything, just having a sip of something. Mm. And I don't know if you're real tired. I noticed that juice. I think because the juices have this sugar or fresh, they have these vitamins that because it's liquid, you can immediately feel refreshed in the brain. Just it like really, really helps you uh, to, let me see, Joanna X Ristova gmail.com. Yes, the email is correct, Roses. I'm just checking to see if I receive it. I am gonna start answering your questions and answers and comments. Unfortunately, I can't see it. Let me check the spam. Yeah, sometimes the emails are not coming immediately. Maybe no. We need to confirm your information. What is that? Did you put something on the subject line? My email starts with duck. No, yes, I'm checking my junk, honey. Starts with yes, I'm checking, but it's nothing. Did you put something on the subject? ABC, John has a love 60. Okay, lose weight. No. Let me see. Yeah, nothing. If you put, there is nothing. I haven't received it. Just make sure you check that you spell my email address correctly. Joanna X Ristova gmail.com. Yes, the email here is correct. So, or you can go to my YouTube channel and put it on. If you want to type your email and I will send you like hi and you can reply to it, because it seemed like you mistype it, I suppose. It's normal. So if you want, I will send you hello. Hello, greetings of the day. I was checking the website. I mean, I'm checking my business email, the one for YouTube channel, stream, business development specialist, YouTube. Let me see. Um, okay, I'm trying to check the previous live if the computer, sometimes the stream send me your questions. But no, I don't see it, honey, of neither of my emails. So yes, just send me your email here and I'm gonna say hello to you. That was my three, I don't know, guys. That was my three suggestions, or four. If you really, really feel tired, unfortunately, there's nothing I can do. If you didn't send it, or I don't know. Uh, I don't know what can be it. But said that, we're gonna start to read your comments, and answer them. So the reason that I address this matter about the note taking, because a lot of people texted me and you guys asked me, oh, I want to start, uh, and stuff like that, and I go and I check, and I see a lot of you thinking that the interpreting is the big thing, There are a lot of people think that this is it's really the problem, or it's really the huge thing. And I will tell you that the biggest problem is the notes. I just discovered this not only for me, but for many interpreters that have a lot of years of experience. um, they do have this problem. We do have this problem with the notes. And so said that, um, if there is something that I would like you to practice, that would be a note taking. And the reason why, I knew it, Roses, that you miss spelling. I am very good at computer. Trust me, honey. I study, trust me, I did study computers. I have a passion for computers. And one part of me wanna be a computer hack, but I think it's bad. This is like, I feel like this is like the dark side of me. But I love this technology, and I did study some DOS. I know a little bit of programming. I know slightly more than normal people, but uh, not enough to call myself a computer nerd. But there is something very fascinating about this computer world, and all behind it. So let's start with your question and answer. These times they're few, they're little, or I was not good enough to get them. I will still open my YouTube channel and I will go on the page where are the comments, just to make sure that I didn't miss anything. Uh, but said that, I will start with Costa Rica conservations. Thank you for sharing. Okay. There is a different hacks talking about the note taking. But before I start, guys, I want to let you know I do launch the join buttons on my YouTube channel, and so there is two join buttons. One is $3.99, where once a week you're gonna see unpublished video before the all other subscribers, and some other small things that I share with this group. And for $7.99 there is a folder with videos. There you're gonna find 3 remedies on how to. There is these 3 videos that I create: dark side of OPI, VRI or medical, and dark side of legal interpreting. And I created 3 videos that describe how to overcome different stressful situation, what I personally do, and trust me, what I say in this video I actually do to help myself, to help my brain, to relax, and just different hacks that I notice. I find out that they are little bit contrary to the traumatic experience that you will have in this environment, and they help really to overcome situations like that, like situations like interpreting in court, and so on, and so on, and so on. So you can click the join button. Please do join me. and you can connect with me. Said that, the consecutive. So I am planning, I have purchased this board, it's right here. I am planning to exercise with you on note taking and retention. I think this is a big problem, and I think if I do videos at least once a month for note taking, uh, well, you again misspell, even here, Roses. Joanna, I just spelled the email for you, dear honey, and I cannot teach you that spelling one word with bigger alphabet, it changes everything. Uh, I'm so sorry that you're not able to do it today, but you can send it on Mirror Interpretation Todorovas at gmail.com, because you spell it even here wrong. You can just copy it from my message and paste it and send it. And I spent way too much years in the university to do this right now. I'm so sorry. If you can do it, I will answer. If you cannot, will be for the next live. Or if it's something very interesting, I may make a video about it. Um, so said that, I am planning to do this like note taking practices where I would like one person to read, and I will take my notes and render the message. And I think this will help all of us to get better at notes, because this is a weak side of, I believe, most of the interpreters. um, there is a Uchisha Chanel. Quiero ser un intérprete. I speak fluent English and Spanish. Okay, Uchisha. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Uh, and so, um, the matter of the fact is that speaking two languages is great. Okay, I could see your question. Um, I could see it, honey. I don't know what's your problem though. I mean, clearly, if you try to send it to many, many, many people, oh my goodness, it's your iPhone that have a problem. But let me. Ah, it's you sending it as a chat, sweetie. You're not sending it as you sending it from MSN. So let me reply to you. I think you're sending it as a message, as a text instead of as an email. I can't do this normally. Uh, I reply to you. I don't know what's the problem. I think it's your phone. Yeah, I see. I received the code. I can show you what I received, but I didn't receive your question. I could show you this. I will copy it and paste it so you could see what you send me. Oh my goodness. I replied to you to your email, but this is what I received from you. Just you see. It doesn't let me paste it because it's extremely messy, but something like that. I just received a code. I didn't receive your question. Let me check again. But so said that speaking two languages is great as a start. I will advise you to try to volunteer. I had an interview with an organization called Parvati. They are looking for translators, just few languages. Spanish is extremely requested language. It's gonna be easy for you to find a job, to try to even to volunteer, try to do whatever uh, you want to do, it's going to be easy for you to start. Then we have Jose Wetsby. I am Wetsby and I'm Haitian. I live in Haiti. Wow, this is very beautiful. I would like to learn more things with your help about interpreting job. I'm waiting for your answer. Well, Jose, I think Haitian is a rare and it's a rare language, and so clearly the demand is not gonna be as high, but the pay will be better. There's so many videos. I think I put over 200 videos. Uh, I will read Rose's question in the end. So I mean, I think you will have a great opportunity. I will advise you to have to reach to multiple companies, have many companies that you provide the same language for. So you can have a different sources of income, and because this is not a language that is normally gonna keep you busy, you gotta have at least 30 companies you provide for in order to have a decent income. I want to become better and find an interpreting job. Okay, Jose, I think the first thing that you should do is there is a video called How to Build a Resume. It's one of the first videos that I create. I think having a good resume is a huge thing. Um, this is number one step, I believe, to find a job very fast. I don't see what's wrong with your accents are beautiful. Yes. Nice video. This is Lau Smith. I would like to make constructive observation. Okay. While interpreting, it's important that the interpreter respect the register used. For example, eye drops. Gotas para los ojos is different register than ophthalmo- ophthalmological drops. Gotas ophthalmologicas. Okay, guys. Yes, the register is different, but there is a one thing that we gotta consider. Uh, that is okay, Roses. I'm gonna read it now. So there is three things that we gotta consider. Who is the the person in front of us? So even the beginning of the call, the person tell you that they cannot read and write. Clearly, you have to use a lower register, and instead of asking this permission for the doctor to lower the register each time, I advise you to stay down, to stay in lower register. Just inform the provider and simply go with it. Raw says question. Okay. Yes, Roses, you gotta learn to send the emails and check your phone. I think I finally received your question. I know it's your phone, sweetie. It sends me the code again. Yes, there is something wrong with your with your device. Just you know. So I have been out of work field for the past 20 years, and I need to know what I need to do to become a court interpreter. Well, sweetie, why you wanna grill yourself with court interpreting? I pay for the first test, but I cancel it right away and ask it for refund over a month before the test. For the three tests are very expensive, and according to you, it's very hard to pass. It's easier to take the medical interpreter. Reached out to companies that work in the Middle East that need Iraqi and Syrian speaking people, and they need high security clearances. Okay, so if you haven't worked for 20 years, not only is the money, let's forget about the money, honey, but the legal test is extremely difficult. I did pass now the court in 4 languages. And I will tell you that I prepare myself. I will be very honest with you. I did study 2 years for the English test, which is extremely ridiculous. The one that I make video for, just the English part, and I did not pass. And I will tell you all this terminology, core terminology. I have them. I study them. I know them. I'm talking just about the English test that you do online, that you go to Prometrics testing site and there is a computer and there is about 100 strange questions and you answer them and they say, oh, you pass, you didn't pass. So I know the passing score is 70 or something like this. I think my last score was 67 after 2 years of suffering. Then I went with this organization. This one is called SOSI. They do train you 6 hours of a court interpreting training. They train you consecutive, side, and simultaneous. And no, I receive all of these attempts, but there is no text inside. But let me answer you. Okay, I got you. Yes. I cancel Rasa. Okay, yes, you should get your refund because very probably you're not ready. Uh, okay, I will tell you. If you speak Arabic is gonna be very easy for you. Not all the company need high security. First of all, if you're American citizen, yes, but they normally pay you for these high security clearances. They do pay the clearances uh, because I had been. Well, no, sweetie, I will tell you why they don't want to hire you. Can I be very honest with you? I will be very frank. Nobody cares if you have been raising your kids. I will tell you. When I got here, I had my experience in Europe, but I didn't even include it in my resume. People doesn't want to hire you because you have a hard time to send an email. And I am apologizing. Forgive me. I don't mean to hurt you. But normally this whole conversation that you had with me during the live that distract me, nobody will hire you because it's 21st century. And I know it could sound bad, guys, and forgive me, I'm just here to be honest and give you honest feedback and show you what you have to work on. So you got to take a little bit of computer education. I will tell you, when I start studying computers, I went crazy. Like it was so hard for me. I remember like when I studied programming and I type one dot more and all the thing is a mess. So I think, and I address this to all of you guys that work as an interpreter, you gotta take Word. I will tell you why. You gotta take the normal packet class that the student do how to use computer, and I will tell you why. It can sound ridiculous to you, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I have social media. Are you kidding with me? Are you joking with me?" The reason why is because this knowledge that you're gonna learn from there is gonna be just the basic. A lot of these companies have very complicated systems. I am honest. I don't want you to be offended. Please forgive me. I don't want to say that your guys ignorant. These systems are so complicated for me. I have 3 master degrees. I study computers in my first master. I study coding. So coding is complicated. I study math. I study maths and codings. And if me, person that I don't think that I am absolutely ignorant in computers. When I am in front of a new system and some of these companies have this, it, it's hard to get how the system work. They do train you, but the training are so huge and redundant that practically when you start to work with the system, you have problems. And Roses, forgive me, but if you had a hard time to send an email, it took you about 49 minutes to do so. This system will make you they will you're not gonna make it to do it, not because you cannot interpret, because I can assure you, I know Arabic people, you guys are so intelligent. I have friends from Palestine, from Syria. You guys exceptional, you're intelligent people, I know this for sure. But there is this little thing that will crack your boat. Crack your boat mean that will make companies not hire you. I haven't seen your resume, but I suppose that your resume is not good, is not well structured. So if you have a little problem with sending an email or being simply responsive, this is a big crack for me. The matter of the fact is that you guys don't understand that the person who is hiring you is not a linguist. They don't care about your mother figure, father figure, family problem, nothing, nobody. I see the email, sweetie. I could see it. It arrived just now. So when I say this, I received the email after you try 49 minutes. Most of the company will not even address your question. After 5 minutes, the email is not there. I'm telling you, most of the companies will not take you seriously because of it. Another thing that I want to tell you, and I'm telling you honestly, a lot of these companies have these systems that are very strange. They are one different from another. They are special apps that are created for this company only, and they are different. You have an app for scheduling, you have app for training, you have app for payment. So you have, I have a folder over there on my desk, on my table. I have another office on the other side because I move during the day, as I said to you. So I have a folder for each company, and I will tell you why. I have a folder for scheduling because they will have a separate scheduling department where you could check your schedule and see what's the fluctuation time that you can do money. Then you have number two, you have a special portal that they train you. I will tell you. And then you have this in-person portal where they schedule you to go to hospital. It's called overlapping. They're different. This is all computer, guys. I am telling you the truth. It's difficult for me. And I'm talking about one company. So you're gonna have, they have a rack space or whatever Proton email. They will have a separate email system where you're gonna be registered with your interpreter ID. Then you have the interpreter dashboard where it's going to be your profile as an interpreter and certification. Then you're going to have like this skill development. It's going to be a website, a special portal where they're going to annually train you with HIPAA. And then you're going to have another one that is going to be for in-person interpreting. And then you're going to have a fifth one that is going to be over the phone computer portal. I am working for this organization now about a year and a half. I'm not going to tell you the name, but I am still learning how this system works because I have the phone where I can take the calls, but there is a portal online that I can dial the calls. Not on my phone, I'm going to dial on the computer. And when it's dialed, I'm going to be able to merge on the computer the calls, not on the phone, but I'm going to talk on the phone. So I am talking about complications, technologically complicated systems. So I don't know your, if you want, you can, if you like, if you feel comfortable, Rose, you can send me your resume. I will analyze it for free. I will elaborate it and I will put what is bad and what is good if you allow me to do live with it. I will record this. If you want, I can do this for free. Normally, to fix somebody resume, I charge $250. I fix the resume and I fix the LinkedIn. I suppose you know, 250 euros, to be honest with you. I was doing this during the COVID and I was transferring it in English from Italian. I did this for some people. And I will tell you, when I do this job, these people get great, great jobs. I fix the resume to 3 people, 4 friends, all of them. I will guarantee you 100% all of them get great job opportunity, better than what they even were thinking before this. And when I ask them, oh, how is your resume? They're like, oh, yeah, my resume is great. And I look at it and I'm like, really? That resume is bad to me because I work as a recruiter. But I want you to know, guys, that I have received it already, sweetie. I have the email. Okay, I will continue on your email. So what it says, Some of the company ask you to have high security clearances that I don't have. Okay, high security clearances are very expensive, and most of the company pay for them. So most of them ask you, are you willing to undergo high security clearance, something like that. I do have high security clearances, um, but I don't remember what was it, what level. There are different levels actually. You just have to say yes. I know one high security clearances is a very expensive thing to obtain. A lot of my clients do drug test, urine test, and fingerprints. This is different level of security. Um, I don't think you should worry about the high security because it's normal. It's not something that you have to do. Also worry that they don't want to hire me because I had, well, having kids for 18 years, it's one thing, but I have the okay. And last year in the industry, not hiring back people with his 30s, it come level. Apologies for my many questions. Okay, okay, sweetie. I understand that you're just trying. I will tell you that Arabic is good paid, $60 an hour. Uh, I will address you to fix your resume, and you can start with company as Siracom. I don't know how much they will pay you, but you can just send them your resume. If your resume is bad, I already answered your question, Roses. I don't know, maybe the messages are coming a little bit late, but I will tell you that if you have a bad resume, nobody will hire you. I suppose the messages are coming a little bit in delay, and what I said, how I respond, is also coming in delay. Uh, yes, you don't need to pay money for legal test, to be honest with you. I will tell you. I will tell you that if you are thinking that somebody will hire you uh, like this, it would be a bad company like them. But I think it's gonna be just a start for you. So if you wanna send your email, just send it. Send your resume. If you want, I can see it. I can tell you if it's good or bad, or if something is wrong. If you want analyzing, I can do it for free if you allow me to make video. Clearly, I'm gonna blur your identity. But out of this, your resume is a big thing, guys. Most of you doesn't realize what you cannot imagine when I put a job advertisement. And I'm talking in small country as Italy. I received thousands of emails. And I'm not talking, I will normally disable it after 24 hours because I'm gonna, the first people that answer me, I'm gonna screen, and the moment that I find that someone is close to what I want, that's it. I don't want to stress myself. Nobody want to stay there and stress. So why is so important for your resume to be good? Because the recruiters are not linguists, are not. And you guys, some of you guys put OPI VRI specialists. Most of these people doesn't even know what this mean. You look bad on paper. To be, it's a matter of the fact. You put linguist, but nobody understand what kind of languages do you speak. So if a recruiter receive a resume like that, they will be like, "Pff, this person is lazy. They didn't even bother to write what language combination they work with." So it seems like you doesn't have experience, ma'am. I don't know if you do have or not, if you have in translation or interpreting, or you just want to do money. Um, you can do it. Start with Siracom. They're bad. They pay a little money, but it's something. That's what I'm gonna tell you, sweetie. So yes, this I know this life was super chaotic. It was bad. I'm apologizing. I was distracted with Roses. I hope, Dalia, that you try. And the first thing that I will address you to do, I don't know if you have LinkedIn, but immediately do LinkedIn. And then, first of all, it's your resume. There is a video that I create that is called How to Build a Great Resume. You can watch it and build your resume the way you feel. You don't have to write complicated phrases, but it gotta be simple and understandable for a person that is not linguist. And it's still you have to look professional on paper. If your resume is good, I'm telling you, like this, you're gonna find a fast opportunity with Arabic. If you wanna take $300,000 with zero experience, clearly nobody will hire you. I'm telling you. But you can probably take $35 an hour with Arabic with zero experience. That seems that is your case. I know a lot of Arabic people talk this crazy money. I've been into your environment, guys. They will say, "Oh yeah, I take 300." They will give you fake numbers to look successful. But the matter of the fact is that this is not a gold mine for money. You gotta work hard for that money. So if you're looking for this position, 150,000, $200,000 a year with high security clearances, they wouldn't probably hire you. Not because you have been with your children for so long, because of the psychological test that they do. And I'm telling you, you're not gonna pass it. Calculating your interaction with me today. This is a different topic. I am not recruiting for them. I just know the process and I know how the process works. And I could tell you that it's not gonna work for you, and I don't want you to lose your money in legal too. I would rather address you to start with Siracom. This certification here, it's called Breaching the Gap. You can do it. It's $570. They do it during the weekend. It's 40 hours of a medical interpreter training. You can start with that. But you're not gonna be able to just pass it. You gotta study anatomy. I have a book huge like this that I know almost on memory to know the terminology. Um, the another thing is this one. Yes, $270. You're not gonna pass this one if you haven't had this one. So I hope it worked for you. I hope you, before you like have this attitude, nobody will hire you because of this reason. Actually, you look to take responsibility for yourself and for what you can do. And number one thing is all this time that you couldn't send an email, uh, you blame it on me. And this is not the right state of mind to be when you're looking for a position. Uh, Most of the companies want people that know how to do things. They're hiring you also for this, know how to send emails, how to communicate. I can understand you had a hard time. I knew that you had mistyped something. Uh, Most of the company will simply ignore you after this email with encrypted code. It's just because I receive only the code. Nobody will deal with you after your inability to send an email. This is not my job. Then you said to me that my email is not working properly, which I know it does because I just received tons of messages. There is no company that will talk to you after this. Um, and then you did not bother to apologize during this process. I do have problems sometimes. I was feeling very sick the last month, and one of my appointments I forgot, and I felt so bad because I was taking this medicine that I couldn't sleep. So I completely forgot. And when I wake up at 9 late, I saw the call and I was like, my computer didn't tell me, my other system. I normally have my phone that let me know, and this time didn't happen for some reason. And I say, I'm so sorry. Forgive me because I can understand that it's my fault. It was my fault. So taking responsibility for your own self is the number one thing that you can do when you're searching for opportunity. And I'm not talking like, oh yeah, I'm a responsible person, look at me. Taking responsibility means to put many hours into your resume. I know making resume is very hideous job. It's not an easy thing, I promise you. It's it's just not fun. I know. It's like writing a book. Who wanna write a book, you know? Structure it properly. And a lot of people will take the ready forms. And that's why they would not get hired. Not because they have a kid. There's so many mothers that doesn't have works, but because you didn't take responsibility. You didn't take responsibility for your resume. You didn't take responsibility. There's so many free classes that can teach you how to send emails, how to look professional on your. I mean, you have computer, you have internet. I come from the village, you know, guys. I come from very terrible, poor, abusive background that I barely spoke a language when I was 20. I barely spoke one language. I had a pre-diabetes and I was depressed and suicidal. So if I did what I did now, you sitting there telling me that you were busy with your kids for 20 years and you didn't bother to learn simple things, it's not an excuse. Because me, as a company, I don't care. I don't care if you did kids or not kids. I don't care if you were drunk for 20 years. What I care is to have someone that is here making it happen, showing me that they can do it. Because if you had hard time with the email, you're not gonna you're not going to be able to click to press a call, to take a call with some companies, because their systems are complicated. I will tell you that. So I hope things work for you, sweetie. I hope you check your resume, because I'm sure that there is something very wrong with your resume. I could tell. Um, and I hope things work for you. Now that your kids are big, you don't have to worry about, unless you want to have a lavish life, but I'm pretty sure that we all can be a little bit more humble with these COVID situations nowadays. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your comments. Rose, please go and take one of these free classes, how to use Word, Excel, and so on. How to use those packet basically. You're gonna benefit from it, I promise you. Thank you guys for being here. I know this life was all over the place. I appreciate your presence and have a good day. Bye bye.